Planning, managing and producing vocational study assignments. In this session, you will explore ways in which to create a personal action plan to complete set work on time, compare and contrast ways in which to structure academic assignment content, discover how to present information using a range of different modalities, and determine methods for creating a piece of reflective writing. So let's first look at the reasons for planning. Firstly, when you take some time to prepare for a piece of work or project, it will give you an idea of the extent of the effort required to complete it, so you can properly manage it for completion and feel truly accomplished with the end result. In effect, the unknown quantity becomes a known quantity, like the entirety of an iceberg and the tip not fully revealing exactly the full extent. When you commit to plan, you commit to completion of the project. And planning gives you an enhanced sense of control, if you like that sort of thing. And it allows for a careful evaluation of the skills or resources needed to complete the work. It will undoubtedly save you time in the long run, and depending on the activity, money too. Projects can appear much more straightforward when you allocate some time to the planning process, and it makes the task easier to get started on, like these three canine swimmers putting their heads together to get a large stick out of the water. It's quite impressive, really. And when you can fully visualize the array of subtasks of a project, you can perform them according to the mood you may be in. Recall the boss time, worker time technique, where it's possible to keep working on important tasks depending on how much intellectual input is required to complete them. So it does help to give your brain a rest. You can help avoid mistakes if you plan ahead. And depending on the activity, careful planning helps reduce feelings of vulnerability and exposure, such as not planning on walking a cross-country course before riding it. The horse doesn't have the option to plan ahead. They just have to jump. But planning helps you to provide better guidance for them while on the course, so improving your chances of getting round whilst remaining in the saddle, which is the whole point of that. When you structure your thinking while carrying out a task, the mental effort required to do it is much more effective. You can be really much sharper with your thinking. You can reduce the time taken to complete the task because you'll have the benefit of having thought it through first. And a plan forms a means of monitoring progress so that if you have a required number of steps to completion, then you can know exactly where you are with it, and that helps with time management. And the task will be completed in a timely fashion, i.e. early, not to a pressured deadline, for example. Formulating a plan before you start work can help you to feel much more positive about it. You'll know exactly what to do in the main. And that can boost precision, so that all criteria set will be fulfilled if you follow your planned steps. You won't miss anything out. The end result is that you can ensure that you will get where you need to be. And some tasks need very little planning and others need a lot of preparation. A plan will ensure that prep is as good as it can be and as it needs to be. Planning reduces the frustration that can develop when implementing a project, especially if other people are needed to get involved and are not available at the time you need them because you've got to ask in good time. Tasks are much more enjoyable when planned, and the potential for satisfaction following the task is enhanced. Producing a piece of work can be hugely motivational for similar subsequent tasks, but more so only if they haven't caused you any pain in the process. When you plan before you work, it will optimize your communication with others, as the plan acts as a prompt to contact them in good time. The plan can be followed with less brain space, and it's a must if your task involves any aspects of health and safety. The plan will ensure that all steps of the tasks are covered. You can get support in advance of it being needed and critically at the time when you need it. Specifically, if you need to borrow some horses to practice on, asking for help with this well in advance will ensure that horses are available at the time you need them and that you won't have to rush with whatever you are doing with them. Making a comprehensive plan can prevent a state of emergency, and if the project is complex or involved, it will help ensure that nothing jeopardizes completion. For most people, the state of firefighting is not conducive to producing high-quality thoughts and work. People who habitually plan successfully make a very good impression on others, and they instill confidence in others that you absolutely can take care of business in any given situation, or at least make a good organised effort at it. In terms of being assessed for a qualification, students who consistently demonstrate that they are capable of producing the highest quality work, seemingly effortlessly, will naturally inspire assessors to award them high marks. And why wouldn't they? In the next presentation, we will take a look at personal action plans.